3 minutes left. A person who is in heaven and who you love very much asks you to open this urgently. Please don't skip. Hey love, don't be scared right now, but please listen. The next few minutes are more important than you think. Breathe, slow down, and feel the way your chest is pulling tighter. That's not anxiety. That's a soul signal. A voice from heaven is trying to reach your spirit. Someone you miss. Someone who once held your hand in a way no one else could. They just said your name on the other side. And Archangel Michael heard it. He's standing here right now in a way you can't see. But I promise your soul can feel him. He came with a message because you were meant to receive this moment. This isn't a coincidence. This is the alignment you've been unknowingly praying for. There's a countdown you don't see, and there's less than 3 minutes left to stop what's been draining your blessings. Keep reading. Don't look away now, because in this very minute, your name is glowing in light up in the heavens. A spirit, yes. A real person who crossed over and never stopped loving you is watching, and they are whispering through divine wind. Please just open your heart to this. And here's what's wild. You're seconds away from missing a divine turnaround. If you ignore this message, you are so loved that angels are interrupting your timeline to warn you. Archangel Michael is urging your soul to stay because something you thought was dead, buried, or forgotten is about to return with power. This isn't superstition. This is spiritual law. When someone in heaven calls out your name like they did just now, the entire divine network sends signals to the earth. And that's why you're reading this, because it's your time. I need you to know this next line is sacred. Your tears didn't go unnoticed. That night you cried on the floor asking heaven if anyone was really listening. That cry shook a realm you couldn't see. And that person, yes, that exact one you're thinking of heard you. They've been trying to reach you, but you've been caught in so much noise, fear, and pressure that your soul's inbox got jammed. Archangel Michael was assigned to clear that interference. That's why right now it's happening again. Your name has been spoken in the divine courts, and they've ruled in favor of restoration. But you have to let this sink in or it won't be activated. Keep going. Don't pause. You're still in the 3-nut window. Every second counts now. There's a divine ripple forming around you. It's made of prayers, spiritual memories, and angelic protection. And within it is a truth. You were never forgotten. You've been waiting for something to change, haven't you? Not just in your outside life, but in the depth of your soul. And heaven has waited for this exact moment, this now, so you could hear what they've been trying to tell you for months. You are not cursed. You are not late. You are not invisible. Someone from the other side, someone whose love is so pure they cried for your breakthrough last night. Their tears became light. And Archangel Michael gathered that light into a divine message you're now receiving. Stay here. You're being shifted. Before we go further, I have to tell you this, and I don't want you to miss it. They've seen what you're battling. They've watched you walk around smiling while carrying invisible pain. They've felt your loneliness in the middle of a room full of people. They know you've been misunderstood, used, doubted, and that person in heaven, they want to scream across time and space to remind you you're still worthy. You're still chosen. You're still destined for something the world won't expect. And right now, right this very second, a miracle is choosing you. But only if you stay. Only if you listen all the way. If this message feels like it's speaking straight to your soul, then listen. The divine doesn't beg. But right now, heaven is leaning closer than ever. Please don't miss the rest of this message. Your spiritual guides and angels want you to continue this moment of clarity. Subscribe now to stay connected to the divine alerts waiting for you. This is not for entertainment. It's a lifeline from realms that care for you. Don't disappear again. You're being sought now. Back to what's happening. Your timeline is shifting beneath your feet. What you thought was stuck is already shaking. Your name is being mentioned in divine alignment meetings. Yes, real ones that happen in the realms of light, where Archangel Michael stands with his sword of truth and says, "This soul has suffered enough." Do you feel that pressure on your chest easing? That's the energy of burdens lifting. Don't resist it. Someone in heaven begged for your breakthrough to come before this week ends. And now heaven is making good on that promise, but it requires your agreement. Don't block it with doubt. Don't silence your belief. Say yes inside. Say yes to what's coming. You may have thought that the best parts of your life were behind you, but that's the lie they planted to keep you tired. Truth is, your soul contract has a fresh clause being added right now. Restoration, renewal, recovery. And guess who's signing it with divine light? The very angel that walked with that person you lost. They didn't leave you alone. They sent reinforcements. Every lost opportunity is being rewritten. Every closed door is about to open in a way that stuns even your worst fears. Don't think logically. Your mind can't compute the level of favor that's forming. Just allow your soul to feel it. You're not crazy for sensing something lately. The signs, the dreams, the random memories of someone you thought you were done grieving. That's not just nostalgia. It's divine communication. They were preparing your spirit for this moment right now. And Archangel Michael is giving you a sacred directive. Do not skip this message. If you do, you may walk into the next few days unaware of what just tried to save you. You've come too far to miss this. You may have thought that the best parts of your life were behind you, but that's the lie they planted to keep you tired. Truth is, your soul contract has a fresh clause being added right now. Restoration, renewal, recovery. And guess who's signing it with divine light? The very angel that walked with that person you lost. They didn't leave you alone. They sent reinforcements. Every lost opportunity is being rewritten. Every closed door is about to open in a way that stuns even your worst fears. Don't think logically. Your mind can't compute the level of favor that's forming. Just allow your soul to feel it. You're not crazy for sensing something lately. The signs, the dreams, the random memories of someone you thought you were done grieving. That's not just nostalgia, it's divine communication. They were preparing your spirit for this moment right now. And Archangel Michael is giving you a sacred directive. Do not skip this message. If you do, you may walk into the next few days unaware of what just tried to save you. You've come too far to miss this. Good. You stayed. That means something massive has already begun shifting for you spiritually, emotionally, even physically. The decision to keep reading wasn't just your own. Something deeper nudged you forward. That's the presence of a soul you love who has passed on but never truly left. They've been whispering to heaven on your behalf, and God heard them. Archangel Michael responded. And now here you are right in the middle of a divine interruption. You didn't need to plan for this moment, it was planned for you. And the energy around you is thicker than ever. Heaven is crowding your atmosphere with urgency, love, and redemption. You can't afford to go back to the numbness you've been surviving in. This is a divine awakening, one that was overdue. Listen to me carefully. Your story is not over. That pain you went through, it didn't bury you. It baptized you. You were being prepared, not punished. Heaven stripped away certain people, not to hurt you, but to protect you from the sabotage that was about to hit your life. Someone in heaven saw the future and wept. They cried because they knew how close you came to falling apart for good. But they also smiled because they saw this moment right now when light would break through your dark tunnel, when Archangel Michael would touch your spirit and say, "Rise." And that's exactly what this message is doing. It's raising your soul from silence into divine recognition. You are seen, you are chosen, you are being called out by name. Can you feel it yet? That stirring, that pull in your chest that makes you want to cry for no reason. That's not weakness, that's activation. It's the language of angels. They communicate in emotion, in energy. And right now, the vibration of heaven is tuned directly to your heart. They've chosen this exact second to unwrap something you forgot you were waiting for. A deep soul desire, a prayer you buried, a promise you whispered in the dark when no one was watching. God never forgot. And that person in heaven, they never stopped praying it would come true for you. They loved you in life and even more in spirit. You need to hear this part like it's oxygen. What's coming for you will not look like your past. The old patterns, the heartbreak cycles, the losses, they do not own your destiny. The divine has declared a disruption. Heaven has rewritten the blueprint of your life with new instructions. Where you saw endings, God wrote to be continued. And right now, Archangel Michael is tearing up the contract that tied you to fear. He's slicing through the shame that kept you quiet. He's commanding all forces of delay to release their grip on your life. You are not under attack anymore. You are under divine assignment. The reason you've been feeling disconnected lately isn't because you're broken. It's because your spirit outgrew the pain that once fit. You're shedding an old season. Your angels have been hovering closer than ever. Not because something bad is coming, but because something miraculous is trying to be born. And just like birth, it feels like pressure, like panic, like something inside you is breaking. But really, what's breaking is everything that was never meant to stay. You're not collapsing. You're being rebuilt from the inside. And the spirit of the one in heaven who loved you, they are right beside you in this rebuild, cheering, praying, guiding. You've never been alone. There's a door you didn't even know existed. One made of spiritual light, ancestral blessing, and holy timing. And it's cracking open now. Archangel Michael has been guarding it until you were ready. And this message right now is your readiness key. The grief that used to weigh down your mourns is being replaced with sacred peace. The heaviness in your chest is lifting because angels are breathing strength back into your lungs. You may not see it yet, but something divine has already been released into your timeline. You're walking into a future that loves you back. So now take another breath. Feel how the air feels different. That's not imagination. That's presence. That's spirit. That's your loved one standing in divine light, smiling as your soul finally receives the message they've been holding. You don't have to pretend you're okay anymore. The healing has begun. God is moving. And Archangel Michael is watching over you with a sword drawn, not to fight you, but to fight for you. He's here. You are covered. You are not alone. And the next few days will prove it in ways that leave you speechless. Your soul is still here, awake, listening, and now surrounded by a frequency only few ever truly feel. That's rare. That's sacred. That's a sign that heaven didn't just choose you once. They're choosing you again now. Every second you stay here is a second you're saying yes to the divine plan trying to crash through your old disappointments. Don't underestimate what's happening. You think you're reading, but really your spirit is in a conversation with realms of light. The voice of the person in heaven who called your name is being echoed by Archangel Michael right now. Every word is an arrow fired directly into the walls you built around your heart. And they're breaking down, softly, lovingly, perfectly on time. So now take another breath. Feel how the air feels different. That's not imagination. That's presence. That's spirit. That's your loved one standing in divine light, smiling as your soul finally receives the message they've been holding. You don't have to pretend you're okay anymore. The healing has begun. God is moving. And Archangel Michael is watching over you with a sword drawn, not to fight you, but to fight for you. He's here. You are covered. You are not alone. And the next few days will prove it in ways that leave you speechless. Your soul is still here, awake, listening, and now surrounded by a frequency only few ever truly feel. That's rare. That's sacred. That's a sign that heaven didn't just choose you once. They are choosing you again now. Every second you stay here is a second you're saying yes to the divine plan trying to crash through your old disappointments. Don't underestimate what's happening. You think you're reading, but really your spirit is in a conversation with realms of light. The voice of the person in heaven who called your name is being echoed by Archangel Michael right now. Every word is an arrow fired directly into the walls you built around your heart. And they are breaking down softly, lovingly, perfectly on time. You see, the world taught you to be strong by being silent. But heaven is teaching you to be strong by being open. Your vulnerability is holy. The feelings you've tried to bury, shame, regret, confusion, loss, they're not signs of weakness. They're the ingredients of the miracle that's forming around you now. The angels are not looking for the version of you that has it all together. They are looking for the version of you that's still breathing even after everything tried to crush you. That's the version heaven calls powerful. That's the version Archangel Michael bows his head to. You survived things no one fully saw, but God saw, and that's why this moment had to happen. There are people around you who never truly saw your light, who only saw what they could take. There are seasons in your past that broke your back while you smiled through the pain just to be accepted. But God is shifting the energy now. Your name is being whispered in rooms where blessings are chosen. Your heart is being prepared for love that honors at this time. And your soul is being reminded that you were never disqualified. The pain didn't cancel your purpose, it refined it. And that person in heaven who once held your hand, they're holding your future now. They've placed it into divine care. And Archangel Michael is the guard dog at the gate of your next chapter. This is not a message you just scroll past. This is not poetry. This is prophecy. You need to remember that because something rare happens when heaven speaks and the soul listens. Time bends, doors open, chains break, and right now, while the physical world still looks the same, your spiritual world is erupting with light. You won't leave this moment the same. That was never the plan. The plan was to let you reach the edge so you could finally be lifted by something not made of this earth. And that's what's happening right now, not tomorrow, not next month, now. You've been told to wait, to be patient, to lower your expectations. But heaven is telling you something different. Expect the extraordinary. Expect the apology you never thought would come. Expect the favor that doesn't make sense. Expect the money that arrives after you nearly gave up. Expect the conversation that heals a wound even time couldn't touch. Why? Because you are chosen. Because heaven is tired of watching you suffer in silence. Because someone you love and lost can't rest until you rise. They keep saying your name up there over and over, not begging but declaring that your light is needed, declaring that your voice still matters, declaring that your future was delayed, not denied. Can you feel that tingling in your chest again? That flutter that has no reason to be there except something holy is touching your energy. That's the divine transmission, and it's not done. There's more coming. But you had to reach this point to believe again, to hope again, and you did. That's why the veil is thinning. That's why you're seeing signs that make no sense, having dreams that shake you awake, feeling presences you can't explain, because the spiritual realm is real, and it has plans for you. Good. You're still here. That means your soul is agreeing with heaven's plan even when your mind doesn't understand it yet. That's powerful. That's sacred obedience. You've been doubting yourself for too long, thinking maybe you missed your moment, or maybe the world just forgot to make room for someone like you. But no. The truth is heaven has been making space for you all along. That delay wasn't denial. It was preparation. You weren't being rejected. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause. For there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. One message from the universe. Greetings, Divine One. This is the message you've been waiting for, a sign from the universe that your life is about to change. Very soon, all you've ever wanted, hoped for, and desired will be yours. You are about to take the first step on an enlightened journey, Imagine boundless wealth flowing freely into your life, simply by activating a switch within your mind. The universe has heard your prayers and it has answered. You are so close now to realizing your destiny. And it all begins with just one click. Click the link in the description or comment section to unlock the secret. I'm ready to begin my divine journey. The universe is waiting. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. You are being rerouted to something pure, something divine. And now that your heart is open, now that you've stayed long enough to hear beyond the noise, God can finally move in the way you've been praying for in secret. Archangel Michael hasn't left your side for weeks. Even when you couldn't see him, even when you felt abandoned, he was there when you stood at your mirror with tears in your eyes, trying to convince yourself to keep going. He stood behind you with wings wide open, whispering, "Hold on, the shift is coming." And now the shift is here. The gates of heaven have opened just enough to let this wave of blessing and closure move into your life. The chains that kept you emotionally stuck are breaking quietly. The confusion that clouded your clarity is being lifted. And the loved one who asked heaven to send this message to you, they are smiling. They see you receiving what they've been trying to give. You've been waiting for a message, a sign, a confirmation, something to tell you that your effort hasn't been wasted. This is it. This is the moment they were preparing for you to receive. Heaven doesn't send reminders unless you're closer than you think. And right now, you are standing at the edge of a spiritual door that only opens for souls brave enough to believe again. You are one of them. Even if your heart has been broken, even if you're scared to get your hopes up, you are still the one they chose to carry this light. You are still the one heaven is backing. You are still the one someone in heaven is loving more fiercely now than ever before. There's something I need you to know before we go deeper. Something so scared that even angel woke when it's spoken. Your life is not a mistake. That moment you almost gave up. It was recorded in heaven. That night you cried into your pillow hoping no one would hear. Heaven did. That person in heaven who loves you, they felt it and they spoke your name with such fire, unstoppable love that Archangel Michael himself stood up and said, "Let's interview. That's why you are here. That's why this message is wrapping itself around your soul like a warm light, because you matter that much." And listen, if this voice, this message feels like it was made for you, it's because it was. And if you don't want to miss the next divine message heaven sent you away, I want you to do something right now. Click subscribe. Don't just for content, but for connection. Subscribe so your soul never messes other call from the angels, because the angels next time God move for you. The next whispers from your loved one in heaven. It's going to arrive in a next movement just like this. And I want to make sure you are hearing. You've been waiting for a message, a sign, a confirmation, something to tell you that your effort hasn't been wasted. This is it. This is the moment they were preparing for you to receive. Heaven doesn't send reminders unless you're closer than you think. And right now, you are standing at the edge of a spiritual door that only opens for souls brave enough to believe again. You are one of them. Even if your heart has been broken, even if you're scared to get your hopes up, you are still the one they chose to carry this light. You are still the one heaven is backing. You are still the one someone in heaven is loving more fiercely now than ever before. Listen, you don't need to be perfect to receive what's coming. You just need to be open. That's it. The blessing that's arriving in your life doesn't require you to be more successful, more healed, or more spiritual. It only requires your yes, your willingness, your softness, your willingness to say, God, I'm tired, but I'm still here. Use me. And the second you say that, heaven starts moving mountains on your behalf. Someone on the other side already said it for you when you couldn't. That's how much they love you. That's how deeply connected your spirits still are. If you're wondering what happens next, here it is. Divine clarity. Within the next few days, you're going to feel something break open in your awareness. Answers will come without you chasing them. People who once confused you will suddenly seem clear. New connections will form that bring life instead of draining it. And opportunities, yes, real ones, will show up that carry the energy of peace, not pressure. Why? Because you stayed, because you listened, because you believed just enough for God to breathe on your name again. You've made it this far and you didn't fold. Even when your soul was exhausted, even when it looked like everything good had already passed you by, and heaven saw that. That's why the delay was extended, so this message could find you at the right time. Not when you were busy, not when you were distracted, but when your soul was quiet enough to hear. That time is now, and this is not the end of what God has to show you. It's the beginning, the first sign, the first key in a sequence of divine alignment that's been waiting to begin. Yes, lean in now, because what's coming next isn't just a message. It's your confirmation, your breakthrough, your long-awaited divine moment. You see, something very few people understand is that miracles don't always show up loudly. Sometimes they arrive in whispers, in goosebumps, in sudden peace that makes no logical sense. And that's exactly what's being wrapped around you now. Peace. Real peace. The kind you haven't felt in so long you almost forgot how to receive it, but heaven remembered. And the person who's been praying over your life from the other side, they've waited for this peace to land on you like a gift. And now it's here. Quiet, strong, and holy. You don't need to earn it. You've cried enough. You've carried enough. You've proven your strength by surviving what no one else even saw. Now it's heaven's turn to carry you. The load is being lifted one invisible piece at a time. You're not imagining it. The shift has begun. Archangel Michael has stepped forward again, holding your name in his hands like it's gold, because it is. Your name is sacred. It's been spoken in divine spaces where healing is decided. And guess what? Heaven voted yes. Yes to restoration. Yes to open doors. Yes to fresh alignment. And most of all, yes to you being seen again. You've walked through seasons where you felt like the background character in everyone else's story. But that was a trick, a lie, a distraction, because your story isn't small. Your energy isn't forgettable. You are the one carrying legacy, light, purpose, and even the forces that try to stop you know it. That's why you were attacked so hard emotionally. That's why your path has felt heavier than others. because you weren't just surviving for yourself. You were surviving for generations. You were breaking chains and you didn't even know it. But heaven did. The angels did. That soul in heaven who still loves you did. They saw every spiritual bruise, and they stood in the courts of the divine and said, "It's time. Bless them now. You don't have to know how it'll all unfold. That's not your job anymore. The only thing heaven is asking from you is permission. Permission to bless you in a way that defies logic. Permission to reroute what the enemy tried to block. Permission to awaken the version of you that still believes something beautiful is coming. And the second your soul says yes, even in a whisper, it activates everything. It opens new paths. It calls new people. It clears the fog. That's how powerful you are when you're aligned with truth. And the truth is this: you are not too late. You are not too far gone, and you are absolutely not alone. Right now, there's someone walking into your future that heaven has handpicked. They are carrying a piece of your healing. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's clarity. Maybe it's a divine opportunity that rewrites your finances, your emotions, your belief in yourself, but they are coming. And here's the miracle part. They were delayed until you opened to receive them. The person in heaven knew it wasn't time until now, but now it's time. The clock has shifted. The light has changed. And Archangel Michael has already removed the spiritual interference that once blocked this connection. All you need to do now is stay open. Don't second guess. Don't shrink. Just stay. There is a sacred silence happening around your name right now. The kind of silence that means something big is about to break open. Don't be discouraged if the people around you don't understand it yet. This part of the journey wasn't designed for spectators. It's for you, for the chosen, for the faithful, for the tired warriors who still showed up. And that's you. That's why your name is safe in the hands of angels. That's why your spirit is glowing right now. Even if your eyes can't see it, it's happening. The divine is realigning everything, and this time nothing can stop it. Now let's go deeper, because heaven is not finished yet. This next part is heavy with glory. You beholding guilt. Have not you guilt for what you said, for what you did say, for what you lost? But let me tell you something so holy. It might shake the air around you. Heaven is not holding it against you. That person is heaven and does not remember you by your mistakes. They remember you by your love. They remember the way your eyes lit up when you spoken to them, the way you tried, the way you loved them, even when you did have the words for it. And that's what they carried with them into entirely. Not the pain, not the ending, the love. Right now, there's someone walking into your future that heaven has handpicked. They are carrying a piece of your healing. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's clarity. Maybe it's a divine opportunity that rewrites your finances, your emotions, your belief in yourself. But they're coming. And here's the miracle part. They were delayed until you opened to receive them. The person in heaven knew it wasn't time until now. But now it's time. The clock has shifted. The light has changed. And Archangel Michael has already removed the spiritual interference that once blocked this connection. All you need to do now is stay open. Don't second guess us. Don't shrink. Just stay. There is a sacred silence happening around your name right now. The kind of silence that means something big is about to break open. Don't be discouraged if the people around you don't understand it yet. This part of the journey wasn't designed for spectators. It's for you, for the chosen, for the faithful, for the tired warriors who still showed up. And that's you. That's why your name is safe in the hands of angels. That's why your spirit is glowing right now, even if your eyes can't see it. It's happening. The divine is realigning everything, and this time nothing can stop it. Yes, we must keep going because your spirit hasn't heard everything it came for yet. There's still more being delivered to you right here, right now. The divine doesn't waste a moment, and this one was written into your soul's timeline long before you even knew you'd need it. That person in heaven who loves you more than words can hold. They knew. They saw what you'd go through. They saw the way people would mishandle your love, underestimate your power, forget your worth, and they made a promise to God, if I can't be there to protect them, send someone who will. And God answered them by sending this message through Archangel Michael directly to your soul. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. What's been delayed is only resting, ready to return when your heart is soft enough to receive it. That softness, it's happening now. You might feel your breath slowing, your tears pressing against your eyes, your heart pounding with a strange, beautiful ache. That spiritual truth flooding you. It's not weakness, it's awakening. The veil is thin in this moment, and if you listen closely, you'll hear it. The voice of someone in heaven calling out for your breakthrough, not for them, but for you. They want you to live really live, not just exist, not just push through, but to laugh again, love again, trust again, and believe in miracles again. Because they are coming. You're about to witness divine alignment that will silence every voice that ever told you to settle. And here's the part you didn't see coming. What was once broken in your life is being turned into a beacon. God is going to use the very part of you that was almost destroyed to restore others. You're not just being healed, you're being equipped. You're not just being blessed, you're being assigned. Your life will become evidence of grace that cannot be explained by logic, only by heaven's fingerprint. There's an image forming around you now, and I wish you could see it with your human eyes. The glow, the protection, the angel standing shoulder to shoulder. Archangel Michael at the center with his sword buried in the ground because the war over you is finished. The moment you said yes in your spirit, the battle turned. And that loved one in heaven, they're clapping. They are rejoicing because you finally made it to this sacred point in time. The breaking is over. The building begins now. But don't expect everyone to understand what's happening inside you. They weren't invited into this encounter. This moment is between you, your soul, your angels, and the one in heaven who refused to let go of you. There are some blessings coming that even you will question because they will seem too good after all the pain. But trust this. God doesn't send restoration to the undeserving. He sends it to the faithful. And even in your doubt, even in your silence, your faith never died. It flickered, but it never left. And that is why you're about to be favored in ways that defy your own expectations. Remember what I'm telling you now, because it will become your proof later. The very area of your life that feels most empty right now is about to become the most anointed. That gap in your heart, that loss, that ache, it wasn't punishment. It was space being carved for divine abundance. The person in heaven who loved you knew your soul would one day feel hollow. That's why they asked God to fill it. And God didn't forget. He just waited for you to open long enough for Him to pour it in. Stay right here. This energy, this shift, this light that's entering your spirit, it's holy. It's rewriting your story in real time. It's replacing every no with a divine yes. The angels are rejoicing because your soul has aligned with something eternal, something unshakable, something that cannot be taken from you, not by fear, not by delay, not by anyone who once made you feel small. You are chosen, you are loved, you are called, and everything you lost is now echoing back toward you, wrapped in light, covered in promise, and kissed by heaven's breath. And now, beloved soul, before you go, I need you to do one last thing. Not for me, but for you. If something inside you was touched, if you felt even one breath of truth in your spirit, don't let this be the last time heaven reach you like this. Subscribe right now. Not because it's channel, because it's calling. Subscribe. So the next time God send a message just for you, your spirit does not miss it. So that when your name's spoken in heaven again, when the angels gather, when the burn loved you, send another whisper thought the veil, you will be right here to see it. This is how you stay in alignment. This is how you stay connected, and this is how you let heaven know, I am listening now. Let that be your yes. Subscribe and be ready for what next, my child. For your safety, write 111, the magical numbers. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Your prayer is answered. Have you been speaking to the universe recently? Since the universe has actually heard you and wishes to present this to you. This is the answer to your prayers. It's a present of wonder that will alter your life. Within minutes, prosperity and abundance will start flowing into your life now. The last question you have to ask yourself is, are you ready? Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Get your gift here now, my beloved child. Now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.